heard that I could become a volunteer.
Oh, God.
I just asked, what time is it at 8? Because
Well, the first thing in the morning, I'd go down and open the park at about 7 o'clock, or even before that. The various resources start to arrive, like the vans come in, with or without the barriers. Various bits and pieces begin to be constructed, like the carousel and the stages, and then the posters of the programmes for the day and the handouts. The volunteers have to come, and again Ben looks after all that. I get a buzz out of something happening, something real right now. You're living on the edge. You're saying this is going to be over in 24 hours. It wasn't here yesterday, it's today. It's all about today, just do it.
It grew from a concern in the community about all of the what was happening in an ad hoc, without any planning, in an ad hoc manner in the community. So we formed the local Harold's Cross Village Community Council to see could we influence how our village grew and developed. And from that came the idea of the festival. So I suppose it started from small beginnings of a community of people concerned about the village. And the village was so run down at one stage, and now we can see how vibrant it is, and people want to live in Harold's Cross.
Certainly from very early on, people were more than willing to come on board and get involved in any way that they can. I mean, people have kids, people have families, they have parents that need to be looked at, and so on. And everybody understands that. But by and large, people came to our organising meetings with a willingness and an openness, and found, I think, there an environment where they could positively contribute.
Are you sure you're on channel 1? And you've moved it. Look, we're on channel 1.
It moved itself.
Go away. Can you hear me now, Kieran?
I can hear you now, man.
He's only standing there.
Well, I think people realise that where you live is so important to your health and well-being, and to the family, extended family around you. And we all want to have pride in the place we live in. Where people have children, we want our children to grow up in a happy, safe, secure environment. And that's what we try to provide, is a nice village for children to grow up in. And when I look now, on Sunday I was looking at some of the children who were in buggies at the beginning of the first year of the festival, who are now coming into the teenage years. And they're still delighted to be part and partake and help out at the festival. And I do think children growing up with those memories of growing up in a happy environment hopefully will replicate that when their turn comes and they're the parents of the future. Now, I know that's a long shot, but you know, we tend to replicate what we have in our own childhood for children.
These are petals, so we're cutting them out, and then you get one of these circles and you stick it on a piece of paper, and then you get the petals, and you can make a flower with the different colours. So we're gonna hang them up around the art and craft tent for the kids to do arts and crafts
at the festival. So.
Yeah, and kind of have something to do
to make sure that they're enjoying it, and they've got kids who are interested in art can do art
to express their arty feelings.
You know, as a young age, I suppose for me it was something that I felt, you know, it's important to be involved in your local community. So I'm trying to instill that in my children. So when we're delivering the brochures, I'm bringing my children out. I set up a little bit kind of a competition between them as well, just to see who can deliver the most brochures, and one takes one side of the road, the other takes the other. But also in terms of the arts and crafts. So, you know, my daughter Laura and her friends, Doreen and Mary, were helping out this year, and it was really just about cutting up some of the shapes, or cutting up some of the artwork, so it would be ready for the arts tent on Sunday. Because it feels like a team, I want to be part of that team, because everybody is really good intentioned and wants to get something done, and without everybody, you know, rolling their sleeves up and helping out, it wouldn't get done. for me, it's around, you know, getting to know your neighbours, getting to know the community. You know, there's a number of schools in the area as well. There's a number of activities going on that sometimes you just wouldn't be aware of. So, you know, over the last 10 years, you know, being down at the festival, you're getting to meet those communities, whether it's through the creche that we're in, whether it's through the local Scouts den that we're part of. There's all these different communities that you kind of keep on bumping into, and it's great to have that diversity of community. And really, you know, several times people have come up to me and said, you know, you're great to be involved. And my point is anybody can be involved. And it doesn't have to be all day, or it doesn't have to be all year. You know, even if somebody just wants to help out in the arts tent for a half an hour, that's a half an hour that somebody can take a break. So it's all about what you can do. It's not about I'm signing up to be a volunteer. It's more around whatever you can do, it will be a help. And you know, hopefully people will get something out of that, so because they'll feel that they've been part of something that's been a huge success.
I'm really new to the scene. It's only about since last September, a few meetings in it, and then a really strong week of work the week it was on. But for years, telling my wife that I was, you know, going to give them a hand at Harris Cross Festival every time the magazine came in the door, and I kept saying I'd do it. So the two things kind of coalesced at the same time, trying to represent Lorma Logan, but I said I'd give a hand as well. So I just went down and fetched and carried. Everybody talks about community, and everybody talks about doing something to promote your area and being involved. And this is what it's about, to actually go and get involved with a group that are doing something in the area. And what they're doing is they're creating a community. They're creating a village in the city and trying to create that atmosphere. Well, I suppose it's like anything. Like if you ask people where in Ireland, people are very much, I suppose we're of the land, or we're of our tribe. It gives you an identity. If you identify with an area, identify with a place, it gives you a sense of belonging. And I think that's good for people. You're of some significance in an area just because you're from that area. You get a sense of satisfaction doing something useful where you live. You actually get to know an awful lot of people. In this, like since I became involved with that, I've gotten to know a lot of people that live around the place. As I said, some of them I knew by sight, but you know, you can actually have conversation now, we have common ground. And also just the idea of people being active in the community they live in, taking care of their own immediate environment, and taking care, I suppose, of the people in the area.
I presume people get the same sort of buzz out of it that I do myself, and I don't think too much about it. I just do it. So if I wasn't getting a buzz out of it, if we weren't getting a buzz out of it as a family, like as a community, well then it would be an awful lot more difficult. And I mean, ultimately then, I mean, the goal is seeing so many smiling faces in one place and enjoying the variety of experiences that there are.
Someone said to me on Sunday, Harold's Cross has come of age, and I thought, that's great that people think that when they come to the park. It gives people a sense of a pride of place in the village to know that we can run this fabulous festival.